Since 2006, at Syngenta have made quite a big improvement in its wheat breeding capacity. We've increased our double haploid capability, we've increased our marker-assisted breeding capability, and also we've increased our glasshouse capability here at Whittlesford. And this is what we'd expect in line with our ambition to be one of the biggest wheat breeders, or the biggest wheat breeder in the UK. We're targeting a combination of high yield and high grain quality. Whether we're going for bread making wheats or we're going for the main feed wheat market in the UK. And we balance our input according to the market share, and we're putting about 70% of our wheat breeding activities are targeting the high yielding feed wheat varieties for the UK. Reflection, we made the cross in 2008, and the parents we used were Denman and Oakley. We used Denman primarily because of it's got a very high grain number per ear, and Oakley's got a larger grain size. So what we wanted to do was to combine those two attributes to give a very high yield potential and good grain quality. And the other key thing in the cross that we made was that we specifically chose those parents because they're of a different genetic background. So we can then combine the best attributes and also combine the best of the genetics from two high-yielding streams.
So Syngenta's had a wheat DH facility at Whittlesford for a number of years, since the mid-90s, and due to the success of that, Syngenta's actually invested more money into DH wheat production, so much so that a new facility at Gellets Hill has been financed and built, and we're able to produce 3 times the amount of wheat DH as we are at our Whittlesford facility. Using DH methods means that we can produce a new variety within 6 to 7 years, as opposed to using conventional breeding techniques, which could take anything from 10 to 12 years, thereby meaning we can get a new variety to market a lot quicker and more efficiently. So the tissue culture processes that we carry out within DH involve producing new genetically diverse material. Within this box, each of the plants that we produced are genetically different from one another. And Reflection would have started off life in one of these boxes, produced in the lab, before it's taken out and potted on into the glasshouse.
So what did I think about Reflection when I first saw it in the field? Wow. You know, the whole cross looked as though it was just packed with yield potential. And then when we actually had Reflection in yield trials, you could see right from heading onwards that the plots were full of ears. And as the season progressed, those ears just filled up with grain. They were packed with big grain. And everything else was right about it. It had good, short, stiff straw. It wasn't too late in maturity. So with all that put together, before we put the combine in the field, we knew that Reflection had a huge yield potential. And just putting the combines in, harvesting the yield trials, just confirmed everything that we knew, that Reflection consistently out-yielded the highest yielding control varieties across the sites.
We really know a lot about Reflection. We've trialled it in lots of different situations. We've trialled it in the early drill or the late drill slot, on light land, heavy land, and in all regions of the UK. We've done a lot of work at Syngenta to understand the variety. We've done drilling date trials, seed rate trials, component of yield trials, fungicide interaction trials and grain quality trials, really to build up a picture over different locations and different years of what this variety can bring to the UK grower. Reflection, as being a hard feed wheat, will bring many benefits to the grower. The yield potential is definitely there, bringing a significant yield advantage over the other hard feed varieties.
When I talk to farmers, one question that comes up quite a lot is why are all these new high-yielding feed varieties getting later and later in their maturity? Well, Reflection breaks the mould. Because it's got very, very high yields and it's not too late to mature, that's actually very beneficial for farmers because it gives them an extra couple of days to get ready for their autumn drilling. So if we look at Reflection as a package, what's great about it? It's very, very high yields. It's a really good farmer's variety. It's got short, stiff straw, and it's not too late in maturity. And it's got exceptional grain quality for a feed wheat. And I think all packaged together, that gives a really, really good variety on the farm.